It's Friday night in the A, and you know what that means. Kelly Price and Tori McElhaney coming at you on Rise Up Tonight, presented by AT&T.
ATL, can you feel it? We've got the energy. We've got Freddie Falcon in studio with us. We've got so much energy ahead of week one. It is officially football season. The leaves aren't changing. It still may be 100 degrees out, but this changing of this season is definitely my favorite, guys. I think I could speak for you both there, especially with such an air of excitement around this Falcons team.
I mean, with all the journey that it took to get to this point, I feel like this season isn't just an off season in the making. It's been 2 years in the making, Freddie. On a scale of 1 to 8, how excited are you?
All of the claws from Freddie Falcon. Well, this week Atlanta has an opportunity to pick up that first 2023 dub and technically be over 500 for the first time since 2017. Let's huddle up about it, y'all.
Here we go.
Let's huddle up with Kelly and Tori on the world of Falcons football.
I have been saying this all offseason, but I think this offense goes as far as Desmond Ridder will take it. He passed for 708 yards and 2 touchdowns with no picks in his first 4 2022 starts, the 4th rookie quarterback ever with 0 interceptions in each of his 4 career starts. But can he continue to put it together in games consistently week in and week out? That is what is so hard to predict right now and why I can't wait to see 60 minutes of it on Sunday. That being said, what are your realistic expectations for Desmond Ridder and this season?
Great question. My realistic expectations for Desmond Ridder is that he gets the ball in the hands of his playmakers often. And that sounds easy, right? Sure. But it's simple in theory, but way more difficult in practice. The Falcons have realistically built a strong unit around Desmond Ridder. They invested resources into this offensive line. They've built up their skill positions through the draft. On paper, they're pretty strong. But they're only strong as if Desmond Ridder can actually get that ball in their hands. So if he can do that, that may be enough.
Right. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Ridder and this Falcons offense looks like, but also what the Panthers offense will look like. Both of these defenses have a tough challenge with very little film on their opposing offenses, with an entirely new system, new rookie quarterback in Carolina, and what should be a new look offense here in Atlanta. So how many unknowns there are in this game? How does that really affect what these defenses are preparing for?
To me, this should all culminate into some really fun football. There's really something to be said about how this game is more of a coach's chess match than anything else. Neither team has any true idea of what the other is going to do and how they're going to operate. Which team makes the most in-game adjustments necessary to produce that production? That's what it's going to be about. It's almost not about who has the best game plan going in, but whose game plan best evolves as they gather more information about their opponent as the game goes on.
That's a great point. Well, we've gotten one clue about this Falcons offense, kind of. Cordero Patterson tweeted this Joker photo. No caption, no really context, but then we see he's listed as the J position on the depth chart. It's highly likely we're all just getting trolled here, but what does it all mean, Tori?
Yeah, so when it comes to the depth chart, we are always being trolled. That's just kind of my general thought. But in all seriousness, Arthur Smith was asked about where the Joker, aka CP, and what meeting room that he goes into on a day-to-day basis. And Arthur Smith said, well, he has meetings with me, but also the running backs, the receivers, special teams, and also sometimes the offensive line too. So all of this being a very Arthur Smith answer, if you ask me, but it speaks to the overall versatility of someone like CP, because even as Arthur Smith is listing all of these groupings, they all made sense because CP is just that type of player.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Falcons' dress rehearsal for their starters might have happened week 2 of the preseason, but up and down this roster, they've been dressing to impress all preseason long. We're walking in now, presented by Wells Fargo. First up, if you wear the jersey of another Atlanta sports team, you're just going to make it into this segment. It really is that simple. Just like his play helped him make this roster, Ryan Neuzil was a lock for us this week with best dressed right down to his fresh Nikes.
Honestly, I'm kind of curious which jersey it is. Whose jersey is he wearing? Yeah, but newsflash, this is a good look for old Ryan Neuzil.
Newsflash for Neuzil, love it. All right, next up, Tay Davis with another walking in appearance for us. Let's talk about this. All right,
there's a lot happening.
A lot is happening. Camo cargo pants, bright green sneakers. He's kind of like going artsy with this shirt. The photograph is a little artsy going on here. What do we think the message is here? Because I feel like this is intentional.
It has to be, right? Because there's just too much going on for it not to have been a true cohesive look. You know, you eat the green shoes, the camo pants, the green in the top. Going for a almost rustic feel? I'm not sure.
I know. Well, finally, our favorite dynamic duo, Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. We talked earlier about how their running styles are very different, but could they be twinning any more than they are here? It's kind of cute. It's kind of pure. Kind of love it.
Yeah, honestly, Kelly, you're the Bijan to my Tyler.
Oh, that is so nice.
Yes, I wanted to say that because these two, I think, go together so well just in their friendship, but also I'm excited to see what they can do on the field.
Oh, that is so sweet. That's the nicest thing anyone said.
You're welcome.
Wow.
We need shirts made.
I love that. All right, well, Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson may be swapping out in the Falcons' backfield at times, but there are some other Falcons who wish they could trade places with a couple other teammates. This week, we asked the Dirty Birds who they would switch places with in our question of the week.
If you could switch places with somebody on the team, take their position, take their skills, who would it be and why?
Dez Ritter, the quarterback. I mean, everybody wants to be a quarterback.
I'd just be Dez. Drake be acting up, so I'm just going to let him know you're not getting the ball.
Maybe Drake.
You want to be a receiver?
Man, I was a receiver. I still am, honestly, you know what I mean? That ain't my job now, but I still got it, man.
I'd always thought it'd be pretty cool to be some type of receiver. Maybe let's go Kyle Pitts. I could still block, which I enjoy, but I get to catch the ball a little bit and score some touchdowns. That seems like a good choice.
If you had to switch places with someone on the team, who would it be and why?
Like on the field?
Yeah, like position. If you can take their skills, kind of have their you switch places with them.
I don't know. I don't like where I'm at.
Koo is very confident in who he is, and I love that. Also, can we get Jake Matthews a big man touchdown to get his receiving dreams to come true there?
A decade in the league. I think it's time.
It's time. Well, as an exciting new season kicks off, there are a lot of equally exciting new food options at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Don't worry, Tori and I, we're your taste testers. We said yes, chef, to just about everything. In the nest with the Benz's head chef, still to come later in the show.
Plus, the Falcons got a bird's eye view of where they'll kick off the season on Sunday, while also getting a little inspiration ahead of the new season. That story is coming up next on Rise Up Tonight.
Rise Up Tonight is presented by AT&T and brought to you by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. And Truist, when you start with care, you get a different kind of bang. It's time to Rise Up Atlanta. Kelly and Tori are back on your home for Falcons football. Fox 5 Atlanta.
It's been a busy week even before kickoff for the Falcons. On Tuesday, a handful of players suited up for a trip to Clay National Guard at Dobbins Air Reserve Base to pay respect to a different uniform. Luke Hetrick explains as we rise up for Atlanta, brought to you by Truist.
When it comes down to dealing with ups and downs, the reality is you need somebody who can send somebody to make a difference.
That's what these guys go out and do each and every Sunday. However, on this Tuesday morning, the playmakers,
We've got to take care of the mission of taking care of those that we call civilians.
paid respect to our protectors.
Family members, friends, communities, we are there to support you.
The Falcons came into Clay National Guard expecting this would be a special day. They walked out feeling the full effect.
Congratulations. So help me God. Congratulations.
First, they witnessed re-enlistment ceremonies for men and women like U.S. Army Sergeant Justin Ellis.
We don't necessarily exercise the tradition to that magnitude, to have an audience, to have a group of, Atlanta Falcons as well as, some of the local youth. So it's definitely reassuring in a sense.
After custom,
What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
came a little competition.
You motivate me.
Local junior ROTC members and some Falcon legends went to work on the famed physical fitness test.
Right, keep your back straight.
The men in jerseys
Come on.
came away with a much greater appreciation for those in uniform.
I definitely respect that aspect, that those guys that have to sacrifice and go overseas to defend us, they definitely make a sacrifice. It just motivates me to keep working and keep working hard for the guys that work hard for us.
But before these Falcons can rise up,
Honestly, I don't even know where the hell we're going.
why not take flight on a Black Hawk? For Rise Up Tonight, I'm Luke Hetrick.
All right, let's talk about Calais Campbell. If he gets a sack on Sunday, that would be his 100th career sack. Pretty cool milestone, and I think it's cool for Falcons fans if he does do that in red and black. You kind of talked about this on AtlantaFalcons.com earlier this month about what this means for him to be here.
Yeah, well, we all know why Calais Campbell chose the Falcons. That's a story that's been told, but what hadn't been told yet was why it mattered that he did. And the best way to answer that question is to look at a guy like Grady Jarrett, who's been here for so long, carrying a load to support this Atlanta defense. But even Grady Jarrett needs someone to help lighten the load from every now and again. And that's what Calais Campbell can provide. Jarrett said that Campbell is a big vet in the room who Grady Jarrett, can rely on, can learn from, can seek counsel in, and that is why it matters that Calais Campbell is in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think that's huge. All right, I don't think it's too bold a prediction to say this Falcons defense is going to be a lot better than last season's. That being said, our Week 1 hot takes are still to come, and both of us have something to say about this offense.
And Kelly and I took a culinary tour of the newest offerings at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this season. Caution, this segment may cause desire to order everything at the stadium. Stay tuned for In the Nest coming up next.
It's almost game time, Falcons fans. When the Falcons sack the opposing QB at home, you'll score a BOGO free Big Zack snack meal the day after the game. Valid online only at Atlanta area stores. Welcome back to Rise Up Tonight. Let's head in the nest with Kelly, Tori, and this week's special guest, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.
All right, in the nest, we are talking food today with the head chef of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Matt Cooper. We're going to talk about fan-friendly options. We're going to talk about all the new things that you can get at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it smells really good, so let's get to it. Yeah. Let's talk about this first display we've got here.
Absolutely, yeah. So this is our fan-friendly item. So all of this right here, $20 for this entire board. So you have popcorn, a drink, chicken tenders, fries, hot dog, pretzel, nachos with cheese, and pizza. So everything there, $20.
How long have y'all been doing is this the first year of kind of a package deal like this?
So it's all individual. We just wanted to show it here what you can get for $20.
Okay.
But this has been here since we opened the stadium, and it's never changed. It hasn't changed, and it's never going to change. So fan-friendly pricing, $2 hot dogs. So yeah, really good pricing. Whole family can eat for under $20.
All the staples, you got to have it. All right, let's talk about some of these new options. We've got Frictionless Market has got. I'll let you.
Beef.
Yeah. So this is.
I'll let you.
This is a cool item. This is a Colby beef wrap, and this is in our frictionless market. So you walk up, scan your credit card, walk in, grab whatever items you want, and just walk out, and it charges your card. So pretty cool concept. We have a whole wheat tortilla shell with sticky rice, broccoli, sriracha. So that's a hot wrap that's going to be in our frictionless market this year.
So tell us more about what you can find in that frictionless market.
Yeah, so we have some of these items actually, nachos, we have pretzel bites, the Colby beef wrap, and then a ton of beverages and snack options as well.
Fantastic. Now we're going to move down, and this is my personal favorite.
Oh,
We have
yes.
some mac and cheese. We've got some bacon jam grilled cheese. Honestly, just all the cheese products is my personal favorite, but where can everybody find these?
Yeah, so I put all the cheese stuff together. So we have mac and cheese, obviously, is a southern staple. So in Delta Club and Mercedes-Benz Club, you'll see Mac Shack, a new concept for this year, taking place of Yard Dog, which was our concept last year. And it's a bunch of different kind of topped mac and cheeses. We have some topped hot dogs. So we're gonna be shelling out a lot of mac and cheese this year. And then we have the bacon jam grilled cheese. So can't go wrong with a nice grilled cheese at a stadium. And it's on sourdough, cream cheese, American cheddar cheese, and then the hot berry bacon jam.
Now, when it comes to, I guess, mixing some of these flavors together, I mean, when it comes to that, how much are you taking into account what fans are saying and kind of your own personal choices?
Yeah, so that's a big piece. We do a lot of R&D, so research and development. We spend a lot of time developing these items, trying them out. Sometimes we'll have the fan council come in and try these items, let us know what they think about it. And we have a lot of internal people as well, everyone from press, media. They'll come down, try items. We'll do tastings all year long just to see what people think, and we go from there. But this is a chance for us to be creative, come up with new items, develop some cool toppings on mac and cheese, and just make it fun.
How does one get on this fan council?
I know, right? That's a little secret there. We might have to let that one out of the bag, but that's a fun one.
So you have the Dirty Bird mac, but what is on that? Because you said there's a couple different options of the topped mac and cheese.
Yes, so this one specifically has buffalo chicken, which we braise in house, or we cook in house, some blue cheese crumbles, and green onions.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah,
all right,
really
let's move
good.
on. on, ATL BBQ.
My favorite, yes.
Stadium nachos.
Oh, this is your favorite.
This is my favorite.
Oh, I love to hear that. It's even in a stadium.
So this right here, this is how you're going to get it at the stadium. So this is our vessel that we created and designed for this nacho specifically. So it's the shape of the stadium. This can feed a family. There's 2 or 3 people easily. I mean, just feel that. Feel how heavy that is.
Oh my gosh, that's literally like 5 pounds at least.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
hefty.
It's beautiful though.
Yes.
I mean,
beautiful.
Just beautiful with the box and the
nice,
presentation.
Right?
I mean, I personally love it.
So
10
the
out of 10
vessel,
presentation.
really cool, but we have burn ends that we cook in-house. We smoke overnight. So burn end brisket. We have cheese sauce, cilantro crema, fresh cilantro on top, and some pico de gallo. And then we hit it with a little barbecue sauce just to top it off. So my favorite, this one's coming out for our first home opener Falcons
If that's chef's favorite, you know it's good.
Yep.
All right, I think it's time for us to do some maybe R&D of our own. What do you want to try, Tori?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I'm going to do the mac and cheese.
Okay. I might do a bit of the nachos.
You should. It's a favorite, so.
I might do a bit of the nachos here.
There you go. Try that one.
At a risk of being extremely messy on camera.
Well, when we do any type of tailgating, my family, we always do just like a buffalo chicken dip. That's like a staple. So the fact that there's like buffalo chicken in this, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Cheers. We got it.
Nice, nice. Good stuff.
10 out of 10.
Very good. You'll hear no complaints from me.
Love it.
That's excellent.
That's what we go for.
That is excellent. So you said this is your favorite. What was your favorite to develop?
Ooh, yeah.
Favorite to develop? Yeah, that's a good question. I think the bacon jam grilled cheese. That's a good one. I mean, it's really tasty. You have some sweet in there. You have the Kobe pepper jack cheese. So grilled cheese, I don't know what it is. I always eat grilled cheese. I always have it on deck at my house. Always making those.
It's just easy to make. Now, when you were going through kind of like the testing of all of these and people are eating your food and kind of what you're creating, was there a fan favorite just with some of the testing rooms?
Yeah, so we actually, we had a brisket grilled cheese. We had a couple different grilled cheese. This was the favorite, so we chose that one. And then with the Mac Shack, we came up with, I think, like 8 or 9 different mac and cheeses with all different toppings, different proteins. And we had the top 5 that people liked. That's what ended up going into the stand. The fun part is if we want to switch out in the middle of the season, we can. So you might see this, for the first few games, we might switch it out with a different one. Some of those burn ends go well on mac and cheese. So yeah, it's not always going to be the same. We'll switch it out every now and then.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to enjoy these. I don't know about you guys, but catch all this stuff at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this season. It'll be all over the place, and we're going to enjoy some of this. We'll be right back on Rise Up Tonight.
Hey Atlanta, this is Head Crack talking, and you watching Rise Up Tonight, presented by AT&T.
It's like I don't get caught up in whatever narrative is after 4 weeks of the daily narratives. You can almost write some of these narratives and live and die every week by the narratives. I don't use that lingo. That's the sensational line. It's like the scene with the dudes chasing the guy down from Happy Gilmore. Run to give away our scheme. What the hell is going on? Now you're really trying to put me on the hot seat here. Some narratives.
Wake up, new Arthur Smith Hot Takes montage just dropped.
It's beautiful. I love it so much. I couldn't love it more.
I love it. All right, well, last year we know the Falcons' ground game was among the very best in the league, but the passing attack 31st, almost dead last. Maybe this isn't a scorching hot prediction, but I think they're going to finish 2023 much higher than that. Desmond Ridder recorded the most completions and passing yards through a player's first 4 career starts in franchise history. And that was without Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Mac Hollins. I could keep going with all the weapons now at his disposal. We keep hearing about quote-unquote positionless football from this team, but I think that translates to a much improved passing game as well.
Okay, so since we're on the topic, let's continue talking about this pass game a little bit more. My hot take is that the first touchdown catch of the season isn't going to any of the guys that you just mentioned by name,
hey now,
but Michael Pruitt. I think there's something to be said about how sneaky of an asset Michael Pruitt can be in the red zone. We saw a little bit of that last year, and hey, even Arthur Smith joked in his training camp mic'd up that if no one's open, chances are Michael is.
And we've seen that time and time again with this team. We saw that a lot last year, especially in the red zone. Like you said, Michael Pruitt, definitely a big target for Desmond Ridder. Well, thanks for staying up real late with us tonight ahead of week 1. Should be a really good one from Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Sunday. For Tori McElhaney, I'm Kelly Price. Good night.